Moto E is about to kick underway for the last race of the weekend here at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria. Same grid as this morning. Oscar Gutierrez on pole position with Hector Garzo second, Kevin Zanoni's third, Lucas Tulovic is fourth, Jordi Torres fifth, Miguel Pons sixth, Eric Ganado seventh, Alessio Zarcone is in eighth, Matteo Casti ninth, Matteo Ferrari 10th, Andrea Mantovani is 11th from Nicola Spinelli in 12th, Alessio Finelli 13th, 14th on the ball from Maria Herrera, Marcelo Colli 15th, Kevin Manfred 16th, Chaz Davis 17th, and Armando Pontanet goes in 18th position. Welcome to Moto E and the Austrian Prix, the second race, due underway in a few moments. Let's check in with our World Feed commentary team.
Once again, great picks. I'm going to be quite boring and dive in first on this one and just go Oscar Gutierrez from pole for the double.
Okay, I think that's a good shot. Let's pass on to Elliot, who I think is back with us again. Who's your pick for this one, El?
Yeah, can you hear me now, gents? Yes, I think we're all good. Sorry about that. Yeah, we were meant to get Jordi Torres and Eric Granado on the grid, but technical issues put a pay to that. Apologies. I'm going to go for middle of the front row, Hector Garzo. Bounce back. He's hopefully got a knee sider for the whole race this time as well. So yeah, I'm going to go for Hector Garzo to strengthen his championship lead ahead of the final round.
Okay, and I'm going to go for Kevin Zanoni, the rider I picked for honours in the first race. Hopefully he can get a clean first corner. But of course, a lot will come down to what this rider here can do. Mattia Casadei really needs a sensational performance. He needs to outscore Hector Garzo as well. Casadei finds himself 29 points back of Garzo in the championship with just 75 left to play. And coming through from 9th on the grid. Well, he made spectacular early progress in race 1. Can he do the same again here?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, he was certainly frustrated with how his race 1 went, even though he had some really strong progress. He was up into second at one point, let's not forget.
Yeah, absolutely. Up there as Matteo Ferrari starts in positioning order. Getting all set then to go. Let's turn the blog off and get the logos on. 30 seconds to go until the lights go out. 3 rounds left then in the championship. Hector Garzo looking to extend his title advantage. He's got out of nowhere. 7 laps of the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria. Red flag gone, green flag at the back. All eyes to the lights, no revs. Grid silent, lights on. Blast off for Moto E. Hector Garzo gets yet another great start from the centre of the grid up towards turn 1. Oscar Gutierrez is going to turn in, just gets it okay, but Garzo slips back through. Brilliant. Oh, multi-rider crash. And that's in the centre of the field. Are they going to red flag? Can't see anything just yet. They're up and walking. I think it's Miguel Pons who is out of the race. Yep, crashed down and medical centre. The computers told us. So we'll see if that's going to be a red flag or not. It's come up with that message in the computer. Yellow flag still in sector 1. Hector Garzo leads. Oh, Miguel Pons is up, but he's walking away. So why? It says rider okay now. So it has corrected itself for that information. So I've seen him in myself. Miguel Pons up and walking away. Doing fine. Hector Garzo gets a rear tank slapper coming into the braking zone for turn 4 downhill. Just holds off from Oscar Gutierrez. Tulovic down 2 places. Torres and Cassidy go ahead. He try and look back on the inside, hasn't worked out. We've stayed green. So yeah, now the computer's sorted itself out. Miguel Pons is out of the race, the bike off the track. Rider is okay, I can confirm to you, back home. And look at Kevin Zanoni, he's closing in on the back of Oscar Gutierrez. Hector Garzo's right there as well, downhill to the braking zone. Gutierrez goes to the inside line, gets ahead. Garzo's going to slip back. Anything you can do, I can do better. Hector Garzo goes through. Gutierrez still there. Torres, Cassidy, Zarcone in 6th position. Slipstream like crazy as they run up the hill. That 2 of 7. Gutierrez back through the inside line. Nothing Garzo can do. It's a cut back and a half, I'm afraid, as we head down the hill towards turn 2 again. On the green is Kevin Zanoni, so he's going to get a track limits warning from the stewards because he's done that. And they rise back up the hill. So far, so good then in this race for Moto E. They've just sort of perfectly controlled it. They haven't done anything that is an alarm. Let's have a look at how Garza got through the inside line. Yeah, not too bad maneuver there in total.
Diving through on lap 1. Who was it at the background? Is this Mikel Pons going down? It might have just been some slight contact. It was indeed. Is that Granado on the outside? Yeah, it seems like it might have been. So Eric, unfortunately, just there making some unfortunate contact with Pons, and Pons coming off the worst of it.
Yeah, Mikel Pons very, very lucky not to be collected by another rider in that first corner spill. Thankful to see that the Spaniard is up and okay after that one. As you can see, Gutierrez has some breathing space, or well, a little tiny gap over Hector Garza. This is going a lot better than race 1 earlier, and I guess
Garza's going to have a run though, coming through on the inside line in towards turn 9 under braking. Gutierrez shuts the door. Garza's going to lead by 19 points to Gutierrez there as things stand in the race. They're not going to have the alternative motive that we thought they might. They're going to keep the advantage. Over the line we go then. Kevin Tononi is going to be 43 points back with 2 races to go. Total of 50 points on offer means that the top 4 still in the hunt for the title, but realistically, Garza will have an advantage. Torres setting the fastest lap of the race. Down we go. Garza trying to look around the outside. Still can't get away through. He's twitching under braking into 1 and 2 as well. Gutierrez back on the power again, pushing hard. He's fighting hard as well. Uphill into Remus. Kevin Tononi looks to the inside. Garza just on the back of Gutierrez. Surface temperature rising like crazy. They don't want to make a mistake. They daren't make a mistake here.
Chasing his main and chief championship rival, Oscar Gutierrez, right out in front of him. If it does finish like this, which, well, it may well not, the championship deficit would be cut to just 19 points as we dive down into the final 2 races of the season in Misano.
Yeah, whatever happens in this race, the championship fight will be going to Misano in 3 weeks' time. There you can see Garza a little wider into turn 6. Gutierrez just likes to cut it a little bit tighter. I must say, I felt that once Gutierrez hit the front, he might start to break clear just like he did earlier on, but Garza is certainly not letting him do that. You can see that the top 3 now are maybe just breaking clear of Jordi Torres ever so slightly. Kevin Tononi looking very good, and pretty much Casadei now makes a move for 4th underneath Torres.
Yeah, I think Casadei could sense the same thing, Neil, and he was looking to get past Torres, but of course, as we always see, it moves at the penultimate corner, turn 9. If you don't quite pull it down to that apex, you're vulnerable for the cutback. And
absolutely you are, and it's halfway in the race now as Garza goes to the inside line of the run up the hill. Can he get ahead of Oscar Gutierrez? Yes, he can. Is that going to allow Kevin Tononi to think about a move on the inside? No, Garza shuts the door. He takes the lead. Gutierrez trying to swing back. Cuts to the inside line. Down into 2A. 2B will be coming up. This is Torres through on 2A. Makes the move on Mateo Cassidy. But Cassidy's fighting back up the hill on the outside into turn 3. At Remus, that's a brave opportunity on the brakes if he can do around the outside. Torres has the manoeuvre. Cassidy backs off. Can't cut back on the inside line. 3, though, in a tow, downhill towards Sochless Gold. As Cassidy tries to swing around the outside line for 4th position on Torres. Torres has the power on the inside. Cassidy will try and just undercut as much as he can, but nothing's going to allow him through there. It's too much of a position to have an attack on. It's going to run and run and run, this little battle here.
He can pretty much kiss goodbye to retaining his World Championship this year. He's already 29 points in arrears of Hector Garza with just 75 points left to play, and that would stretch out even further with just 50 left going into Misano.
So, here we go. I was about to say take stock at the front of what it was calming down for a second there, but no, Oscar Gutierrez does strike once again at his favourite place on this Red Bull Ring circuit, and this time makes it stick. That's the first time that he has made that move stick on Hector Garza through turn 9. So great move from Gutierrez, but immediately he's vulnerable once more. With
Garza's coming back on the inside line, and Zanoni's thinking about it on the inside to turn 1 as well. Garza leads into the first corner. Gutierrez could do nothing about it. Off the track goes Mateo Ferrari. Lucas Tulovic takes up to 7th position. Into 2A and 2B. The chicane on the main straight. A little bit too much speed there from Jordi Torres. Kevin Tononi gets a great run up the hill though on Oscar Gutierrez into turn 3, and he's on the inside and he's through. Gutierrez should get the cut back if he's smart enough. Looks to the inside line, side by side. down to Sotra's Gold. And, oh, he's almost on the grass. Zanoni is pushing him with all he's got. And he's going to just muscle his way through on Zanoni. Gutierrez takes second place. Zanoni cuts back, side by side. Blue smoke from the tyre, revving up. Inside line into Pirelli. Gutierrez has it. Garzo's just fighting in the front. Kevin Zanoni lifts out of it. Nothing there, I'm afraid. So it's Garzo, Gutierrez, Zanoni, the top three. Torres in fourth, Cassidy fifth. Loconi sixth, Ferrari seventh, Chilovic eighth. Spinelli ninth, 10th for Kevin Andrea Mantovani. So it's 2 to go, coming to the line then.
Did say how strong Gutierrez was there on the brakes, and once again proving just too strong to get the better of through that penultimate corner. 2 laps to go then. Can Gutierrez get back on terms with Garzo? What is the gap exactly as we come across the line? It's just under a quarter of a second. Not exactly a gap
Look
at all.
Zanoni's out of time into turn 1, gets the move on the inside line, and Gutierrez going to fight right back. Zanoni shuts the door. Perfect defensive manoeuvres there as they go under braking now into 2A and 2B. Garzo leads. They've been joined by Torres and Cassidy. 5-way fight for the win. Garzo's still the fastest though, by 0.3 of a second to anybody else in this field. So he's got the advantage. 1:38.5 was his last lap time. Fastest of anybody on that last lap. So yeah, Garzo is quicker and cleaner at the front. Gutierrez wants to get through on Zanoni. Cassidy looks like he's going to have a go on Jordi Torres to the inside line. Gutierrez takes second away from Zanoni. Cassidy takes fourth away from Jordi Torres. But this is now going to put Garzo 29 points clear in the World Championship with only 2 races to go, which means Mazzano race 1 in a few weeks' time is going to be the championship decider. Unless Garzo crashes out, Gutierrez closes in, then it has to go down to the final race. But what a comeback from Hector Garzo. 3 out of 4 races currently on his mark here. But it's still closing in. Zanoni's, again, right on the back here. Gutierrez going to hold him into the last corner. 1 more lap to go then of the Red Bull Ring in 2024 for Moto E. And it's a crucial one for the championship. Hector Garzo's under pressure. Oscar Gutierrez goes through. It's 3 wide uphill into turn 1. Zanoni backs out of it. Gutierrez sends it through. Takes the lead of the race. Crucial for his championship challenge. The gap now 19 points. Garzo's going to try and fight back. Double win will do a lot of good there for Gutierrez. Brings it down to a manageable championship fight in Mazzano. And Kevin Zanoni's got a challenge this morning as well. Into turn 3 at Remus. Oh, Kevin Zanoni nearly touching the back to Garzo. Garzo knows it's there. He's going to have an attack back through. Down the straight we go. And Garzo's under a lot of pressure now under braking. This should be Zanini's time. Hasn't worked out into Sotra's Gold at turn 4. 1 more sector to go then. Pirelli, the Volts Curve, Rindt and Red Bull is the last corners on this track. Gutierrez holding it still. He's got the time at the front. Cassidy's closing in as well. Ideally, Garzo needs to be behind all of them. Ferrari passes Chilovic. Few more corners to go. And it looks like Kevin Zanoni's going to have a go here on the emergence on the inside line. Into turn 9. The last penultimate corner. On the brakes. Turns in. And the front tips. And out goes Gutierrez. And the championship slips away. Hector Garzo is going to win 3 out of 4 races. Is it side by side of the line? Garzo wins and takes 38 points in the title going into the penultimate round. Hector Garzo can't believe it. Oscar Gutierrez has his hands in his head, his head in his hands, coming in the gravel trap. Hands flailing everywhere. He's out of the race with no points. Winner of race 1, misery of race 2, and that's the championship gone. Hector Garzo has 1 hand on the championship going in to the final weekend of Moto E. And it was the front dipping at turn 9 from Oscar Gutierrez that cost him. the last 2 corners, and he goes down. Hector Garzo wins by 69 thousandths of a second. Unbelievable. And Gutierrez can't believe it. Him and Pons, only 2 retirements. Hector Garzo wins. Kevin Donnelly's second. Matteo Cassidy third. Jordi Torres is fourth. Alessandro Zacconi fifth. Matteo Ferrari sixth. Lucas Tulovic is seventh. Eighth, Nicola Spinelli. Ninth, Andrea Mantovani. 10th for Eric Granado. Massimo Roccoli 11th. Maria Herrera 12th. Alessio Filelio 13th. Chaz Davis 14th. Kevin Manfred is 15th. 16th and out. 16th is Andrea Pontanet. Gutierrez and Pons out. Garzo, a 38-point advantage from being 100 down. He wins 3 out of 4 races and has one hand on the World Championship going in to the last 2 races at Mazzano. Wow. We'll see you then for the action. Bye-bye.